So wherever you are in the world, tune in, because this is a hat-trick ball here for Maharaj. In comes Charif Asalanga. Alanka, and there's a bit of pressure here. He's manoeuvring the field because of this. First of all, the stumping just about by Quinton de Kock, and secondly, a beauty to the off-stump. Slip in play for the hat-trick ball. Not to be tippled around the corner, but the pressure is still on.
The milestone not reached for Keshav Maharaj, but he's done a wonderful job so far for his captain. Just sneaking through these overs here, and the fast bowlers doing the hard work at the start of this innings, making life really difficult for the batters, and Keshav Maharaj just reaping the benefits of the pressure that the fast bowlers had put on.
There's a decent crowd in. A mixture of fans coming in, South African, Sri Lankan. Let's take a look at the last wicket. The angle of the left-hander is always so difficult. It really closes you up. Just tries to heave that away, but just the clunking sound there to finish the over. 4 wickets gone, 36 on the board.
ICC Men's T20 World Cup on Sky Sports, sponsored by Remitly.
So bold. He's double espresso. This one's for the prize?
Intenso.
No, nutty and sweet latte macchiato.
Espresso. What else? Get that Euro Millions feeling with this Friday's £108 million super jackpot. Euro Millions from the National Lottery. ICC Men's T20 World Cup on Sky Sports, sponsored by Remitly.
Here into the second over. Goes full. Dale, you've been pleased. Have you been his bowling coach as well? Come on.
I was there last year with the MLC. Andrew Flukio was part of the Washington Freedom. I blew this pace. 140 Ks now, 142, 143, 147. 144. I'm calling it to the highest next number, 146. That's real good pace. I mean, if a guy runs 149.8, it's 150.
It's a lot. It's quick. 100%. Well, that's again not quite out the middle. Oh, it's going to plug, but they're going to pick up a couple. I was thinking about baseball because cricket plays over 22 yards, so that's quick. If you're facing 145 Ks. Baseball, is it shorter? Are they closer? Are they further away?
It's a bit closer, and the pitcher stands on a mound. The average pitch right now, I think, is 151. It's getting faster and faster with every year.
It's something we were talking about before the game started. Pitchers stand on a mound, and nice change of pace there by Norkia. With these drop-in pitches that we see here, normally you have a bit of a table, so if you're playing at great grounds like the Wanderers and Joburg, if you're standing at fine leg looking at the fellow on the other side, you often won't see his boots, as I was explaining to Jimmy. But yeah, his grounds are so flat, the pitches are almost like underground, and it's quite interesting to see if these bowlers will have any issues with running in, where they land. They're so used to landing on that table and going upward. So again, conditions and adapting to the change of environment, it's all new for these players. Whilst playing here in America, should I say?
Yeah.
Will bowlers have a preference? Will they bowl one over from one end and say, "Hey, I don't want to go on that side again"? Will they be able to change?
It depends. I mean, I got a former captain standing behind me over here. He kind of tells you what to do.
Okay.
But a lot of the bowlers like to bowl. The quick bowlers would prefer to bowl with the wind. It's nice to have the wind behind you. And I'm sure I haven't seen the flags out today, but I don't feel cute. Love to bowl with the wind. It just feels like you're bowling a little bit quicker, but it also makes you push that front line a little tighter, so you've got to be careful with bowling no balls.
Just getting a little bit leg side there.
Is it similar to baseball where the quicker you bowl, the more say you have in the clubhouse?
I would say so, yeah. But if you annoy your captain, you might have to wake up the next day in a test match and run into the wind. It's the worst position you ever want to be in.
The final ball remains this over. Speed's looking excellent there, up to 150 clicks. Last ball before drinks, and is there going to be a wicket underneath it? And what a catch in the sunshine. It looked like it was Tristan Stubbs running around there, and he's done some real athletic work. South Africa absolutely dominating.
Anrich Nokia has come in at 150 kilometers an hour, and he's put the brakes on the Sri Lankans. Not that the Sri Lankans have really got off to a good start in the first place, but he's got the big wicket right now.
Well, this is Sri Lanka's lowest total after 10 overs in T20 internationals. This is not going good at all. This is not the game plan. Last ball before drinks was just looking to find a way to break the shackles, and the short ball got too tall. An excellent bit of work there, looking into the sunshine and holding his nerve. So Kusal Mendes goes for 19 off 30, and after 10 overs, the score 40 for 5.
ICC Men's T20 World Cup on Sky Sports, sponsored by Remitly.
Make that holiday feeling even sweeter with the perfect travel insurance for your trip. Go dot compare!
Shine. Do something about erectile dysfunction at human.com.
No one likes paying more for the mobile contract. So, if you're on one of the big mobile networks, you can save up to £144 a year with a Labara SIM-only deal. Labara are always trying to save you money, even on this ad. I mean, that's why they hired me. Sophie from Stockport, complete or no? I mean, this isn't even on studio. I think it's for a car advert or something.
Boy, is someone in here?
Labara, smarter.
It starts with an engineer on a mission to install thousands of Shell EV chargers by 2035, helping supply more than 20% of the UK's gas. Getting it from here to here. Investing in people and communities to build skills for the energy transition. Shell is helping power the UK, now and into the future.
ICC Men's T20 World Cup on Sky Sports, sponsored by Remitly.
Welcome back. 40 for 5 it is. What a performance this is by South Africa at the moment. Angelo Matthews is in now, and he's someone who we know is a fine player. And he's someone who is ideal right now, I think, for Sri Lanka, because South Africa are all over him at this stage. Maharaj, just a little bit of a leading edge. Anrich Nokia has been bowling very quickly. That last delivery, 150 Ks per hour when he picked up that wicket. So magnificent work from him. But it's Maharaj right now. Just trying to keep things nice and quiet. We're going to have a quick look at that wicket. Steve Smith's alongside me. Steve, he can take us through this wicket.
Yeah, he's bowling beautifully, Anrich. I think the wicket's really suited the South African fast bowlers so far, and he's just bashing that back of a length, and something had to give. Kusal 19 off 30. They're under the pump here. That was a great catch by Stubbs in the outfield.
Yeah, he's a fine cricketer, Tristan Stubbs. Fine power hitter, wonderful hands, very good catcher. And the South Africans were delighted to pick up that last wicket of Kusal Mendes, who's the mainstay up until that moment. Hello, Russ. How are you going?
Not to plan. Yep. But it might not look as good, but the conditions are tough. It's actually tougher than what we thought earlier on. And as Steve rightly said, the South Africans have kept it simple and really made those conditions count. timing the ball has been a real challenge, and hence the wickets falling. The batters do have to try something. And hence you take your chances. Unfortunately, nothing's come off. It's time of the game where you feel a top edge to fly for 6, a couple of runs, something in your favour.
Yeah, I think winning the toss and electing the batters is something that's put them on the back foot. The conditions, of course, run Noah. They found out about the conditions now. Shot for a run out. Smartly back, but also quickly home. We're going to have a look at it, though, to see what they say.
Yeah, I was really surprised that they decided to bat first this morning. 10:30 a.m. game, uncertainty in the wicket, what it's going to do, and obviously it's done.
TV umpire director, we've got an umpire review for a run out. We get your best side on view. The wicketkeeper's in. I've got the back grounded, ready to make my decision.
So not out's the call.
There was a single there, wasn't it?
Reprieve. Sorry, Russ.
There was a single that I thought Matthews should have been helping Sri Lanka out.
Just past the outstretched hand. That's going towards the third boundary. Outfield's a little on the slow side. We've seen that today. That's the 11th over gone, 44 for 5. Let's have a look at that work from Heinrich Klaassen, the run out. Magnificent work.
There was an easy single. Matthews did not respond, and that forced Sri Lanka to come back. Really good from Klaassen. And something you fielders will have to keep in mind, if you hit the outfield, the ball's going to hold up and not come on as quickly as you'd like it to.
Yeah, that's right. I think Sri Lanka thought he might have got that one through then, but it was, turned around and fortunately made it back with a good dive.
So 11 overs gone, 44 for 5 now. The flamethrower is continuing. Henrik Nokia bowling lightning quick, 2 for 4. And he'll be delighted with that return at this stage because I think we all know since he's come back from his injury, has been expensive. But he certainly likes this surface on the sidelines for 8 months. Certainly has been saying that he has his rhythm back over the last little while, and he thought that his success wasn't too far away. He's running and he's got a slip as well. Easily worked away for a single.
The Hasaranga promotion, that's the flexibility that the Sri Lankans do tend to use. Keshav Maharaj was introduced, and they've successfully used Hasaranga to go in and take the spinners down. Looking at the game, it was such a situation. Unfortunately, Maharaj is also a clever operator. He knew what was coming. He held it back nicely, and it did look very ugly, I must say.
Look here again. Flicked away, and that's another one straight to him. Not for the first time today. See, they've been picking out some fielders on that boundary line, that's for sure. Sri Lanka, South Africa continue their celebrations.
For a moment, I thought he timed it well. He did, in fact. But the fielder in the deep, Hendricks, just did not move. The fact that there's uneven bounce, it's playing with the batter's mind, it's playing with their footwork.
It is. Northia's bowled beautifully here. That extra pace, the surface, there's a bit of up and down there, and they've looked at sea today, the Sri Lankan batsmen, and they're in a whole heap of trouble right now.
Big smile from Henrik Nokia. He's now got 3 for 5, so that's outstanding for him. And Sri Lanka goes for half a dozen. Sri Lanka now 45 for 6 and in trouble. On his face so far. At the toss, South Africa were quite happy to bowl. They'll be delighted now after 2 balls into the 12th over. 6 down. Eased away on the onside.
And Norca, it was a perfect way for him to ease into the game as well. Mike was making the point that he's not played for a long time. A couple of wickets early, and then they're on top. Tasun Shanaka, Sri Lanka's former captain. He's the new batter. There's a lot of experience here, but left with a lot to do, Steve.
Plenty to do. The experience of these two is really important as Nortje comes in again. Nice hard length again, no run, mid-wicket in. But I really like this field as well for South Africa. They've got a first slip in then. They're continuing to attack and try to continue to take wickets, and it's been a great start. As we see the wicket again, he's just flicked that away straight to Hendricks in the deep, and not a lot going right for Sri Lanka at this point.
Yeah, they hit some of these deliveries that have been caught on the fence pretty well, but Reza Hendricks has got good hands. He's not going to put those down. Charging in again, Nokia. Short delivery. De Kock thinks about going up, but decides against it.
Quite close to Matthews. On that occasion, he did swing after it passed him, and hence was not called wide because Quinton de Kock collected it way down the leg side. Used their lengths really, really well. Back of a length is where they've stayed predominantly, but the short one and the fuller one has also been used very nicely, not getting carried away with that bounce that they see.
Just 2 runs from this over. Top stuff, and a wicket as well. Good stuff from Nokia, 46 for 6. Well, what a start, South Africa. First game is always a big game, Steve.
It is, and they've started beautifully. I thought the way they started with the new ball, with Janssen pitching it up, trying to swing it, Rabada pitching it up, trying to swing it, taking a few early wickets, and then since then just bringing their length back slightly, using the variations in the wicket, and Maharaj coming in and chipping in with a few wickets as well. It doesn't look like it's spinning a great deal. It's playing pretty well, but it's been a good start.
Nokia, the star, 3 for 6. Maharaj, very clever bowler, 215 as well. And Bartman picking up a wicket in his first delivery in ICC T20 World Cups.
And in this type of bowling lineup, a bowler like Maharaj can be so effective. He's a finger spinner. We nowadays like the wrist spinners to come into the game because there's a lot more variations. But it is a known fact that from a Sri Lankan point of view, taking Maharaj down is quite key. And he's a step ahead in how he uses his variations. He's even gone on to pick up 2 wickets.
He's a very smart bowler. He understands